Welcome back, guys. So today this car is going to go through a transformation again, as we have seen many transformations on this red Mr2 Project Rustoration, as I call it. So I have it up here. If you look, my garage is going to really transform. There's going to be parts everywhere because I'm pulling this thing apart to get it painted. You know, there are some imperfections on the paint. It's hard to see on camera, but if you look at stuff like that, and if I get into like these little edges, you know, you see that it looks good from afar, but it's by no means perfect. And I like to have a clean car. Again, this is not the best version of an Mr2, but I'm going to try to make it as good as I can. So all of these things, we're going to get them taken care of. We're actually painting the entire car. If you look up here on the roof, got all of that going on. No, there's no damage on the inside, but for whatever reason the paint cracked. And the trunk lid is fully gone. So there are a bunch of stuff to be done. The front bumper, it is a body kit, as most of you know. Still undecided if I'm gonna go OEM, which there's an OEM bumper up there. But you can see here, like these little imperfections, again, just with the mold from the body kit. So, you know, little issues here and there. So I'm gonna pull this thing apart because I want the shop to focus on painting the car rather than pulling it apart. I don't even have an issue if they paint it well and they give it back to me and I put it back together. You know, I think it's good content for the channel anyways. I enjoy doing that stuff, so I will be fine with that. Now the interior, if you've been following along, you know we took it out and we're gonna take it out again because I cleaned this thing, and the last thing I wanna do is go clean it again, especially since it's clean right now. So you know, body shops, there's a lot of dust, a lot of crap that gets in there. So I'm planning to take the entire thing out. I'm on the fence if I want to take the dash out again, but it wasn't too hard the last time, so I think I might just end up doing that. But what I'm gonna do right now, I'm not gonna show you guys how to disassemble an Mr2 for a paint job. I'm just gonna give you progress updates as I rip stuff apart, and you know, you'll see how it's prepped to go to the shop, and we'll take it from there. So I'm moving along. I took the side strips off right here. The rear glass will come out, but I'm gonna drive the car up and then pop that out so we get nice coverage when we paint. And the interior, most of it is out. The door panels are off. Radio is out. I'm gonna go take off possibly the roof liner, take the seats, take the carpet out. So that way, you know, I can just put everything back in nice and clean. And maybe it's overkill, I don't know. I don't know. The next thing I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna actually go show you better on this side. The scoops, I'm gonna take them out because there is a rubber inside. And what happens is, a lot of times this rubber right here, when the shops paint them, the rubber gets painted, overspray on it, and it took me forever to clean it off of these, so I don't want to do that again. So I'm just gonna take them out and just take off whatever I think. This area right here, it's Project Rustoration, so all the bolts are rusted, so I'm gonna have to cut that out. I'm gonna put a side marker delete anyways, so that I gotta cut out. And I took the grill out in the front because this bumper has to come off either way, because I gotta change the condenser to get the AC working, and I have a bent AC line up in the front here, and it's just way easier doing it with the bumper off. So, and I think the shop probably wants to paint it off the car, I don't know, but yep. So little by little, it's actually quite fun doing it, so enjoy it. Hope you guys are, you know, getting entertained as well. Oh boy, state of affairs. Look at this. Look at all of the parts that are scattered everywhere. Parts. Look at it. Oh, this is driving me nuts if you guys know me. So I'm trying to get rid out of this thing here now, and I just had to break it off on the other side because I try to cut it off, and if I cut it off in the back, it's destroying it anyways. I just tore it off and then chopped the nut off. So that's what we got to do, but I hate those anyways, and I have some black ones, and I have the full delete, so that's what's going to be up. But interior is almost out. I did decide to take out the dash, so I'm going to take out the dash shortly. Just have a few more bolts, so I'll pull it out, and this thing is ready to go to the shop tomorrow. So I'm going to change this red. That color right there is what I like, but actually it looks more like this. It's a darker red in person, but it looks good on camera, so hopefully I can get a red that looks like that in real life, which I guess will look even brighter on camera. But yeah, moving along, guys. I apologize for the wind, guys, but super windy outside, so you might hear some noise here. But dash is, I decided to take the dash out. My friend Craig says overspray is real, so a few bolts, and the interior is technically out anyway, so I'm gonna pull the dashboard out right now. Alright guys, so I'm hoping that this is super red, and I believe that is crimson red. So I'm thinking I'm more digging the super red color right here, because I always wanted a brighter red for this car. I am going to go talk to my paint guy, figure out what's the better color option, some similar to that. But this is like what I was envisioning, a brighter red on this car. And that's a big part of why this car is even getting painted. I mean, the paint is not great, but again, it's an old car, so I could work with it, but I just don't like the darker red. It shows well in the sunlight, but half of my car sits in the garage, so it really doesn't show too bright in the garage. So I want to change that up. And the body kit, love-hate relationship, as most of you know. I think I'm gonna go OEM, but I'm not sure. So what I gotta do is get the car to the body shop, have them start doing their thing. And I think at this point, I'm gonna have that bumper painted, the side skirts, which are over here, painted as well. And then decide when I get the car back, do I wanna go body kit or do I wanna go OEM? Because I'm gonna get the OEM body bumper that I have as well finished in the red that I hopefully will like. And yeah, hopefully this car is exactly what I envision it to be. It is ready to go. It is time for me to drive to the shop. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was somewhat entertaining. It is just pulling a car apart, but we're trying to transform this vehicle and I want you guys to come along with the journey for me. So stay tuned guys, we'll hopefully get some updates on this build, this paint job, and cross your fingers and wish me luck. Hopefully all goes well. Car comes out looking really nice, and I think this is going to be ready for the 2GR swap when it gets back. Pretty shady driving a car with no interior, super long, and I put these old tires on. They're no fun on the highway, that I can tell you, but they're almost there. So guys, that was a pretty extensive disassembly of the MR2. As you can see it in the final stage, it's at the shop, so we finally made it to a paint shop, so it is getting painted one way or another. The guy at the shop says maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks. They're pretty quick, so I'm hoping, you know, maybe 3 weeks. I'm in no rush to get back the car. I just told him, take your time, do a good job. And the color we're still undecided somewhat, but I'm gonna ask for you guys' help as well. So we'll talk about that in a few. But there it is, the dash is out. I brought it back home. Headliner is out, so technically the whole interior is stripped out and, you know, pulled off as much as I could just to help the shop out with that stuff and reassembly. I'll go up there, I'll try to put it back together, hopefully drive it home, and then that brings us to, well, what's the color? So we know it's definitely going to be red, but I'm telling you, it has been a mission just trying to figure out what red it is. And let me give you an idea of the drama. So check this out. We got the red Ferrari, we got the red All-Track, we got the Ford F-150 Lightning red, and I don't have a red MR2, so we got the red MR2. That is the only red MR2 I'm rocking right now, which is my RC MR2, which I built the first one before I owned an MR2, because I was like, these cars. So I'm really excited because this is the vision I always wanted, and that's what I'm hoping for. Whether that's the right red, I don't know. So here is the thing that I'm trying to determine. I believe the car has crimson red. For sure, I don't like crimson red. It is too dark. It looks good in the sunlight, but when it's not in direct sunlight, it's too dark. I've read forums, I have looked online. A lot of folks love that crimson red because they like the dark red. But again, it's all about taste, right? So for me, what I'm looking for is a brighter red. And I've seen some pictures, but you know, it's very hard to tell on a camera, because if I look at my red MR2 on camera, it looks awesome, it looks great. But in person, it's too dark, right? So it's hit or miss. But anyways, what do you guys think? Tell me a little bit about in the comment section. My understanding is crimson red is darker, super red is a brighter red, almost kind of pinkish, which that I don't want. But I want a bright red. So what do you guys recommend? Looking at my color palette here, Ferrari, I like this All-Track red, which I believe is a super red, but I'm not sure. I even like this Ford red. But I don't know, man, I'm confused. So for now, I think I'm stuck on Toyota, I think it's 3E super red. And I hear there's like a super red too, but don't know, so let me know what you guys think. As of right now, it's gonna be super red unless something changes. So yeah, I know I'm going around in circles, and this has been what my kids and my wife and everybody else has been dealing with, this whole red thing. But it is super important that I nail the red properly, so keep fingers crossed, give me as much advice as you can. And for now, that is what it's gonna be. So car's getting painted as soon as the car comes back. Oh, by the way, the body kits only made it as far as to the shop. By the time we got to the shop, I kind of made the decision, so that's final. The body kit is going away, right? So no more border front bumper, no more border side skirts, no more border rear valance. That is all going away. So yeah, so that's the story on the body kit. Let me tell you, I have tried, I brought the car here, I've been looking at pictures, I'm looking at it in person, and the one thing I can tell you, the only thing I like about it is the side profile. When I look at the car from the front, it looks good directly front. If I look at it front quarter view, no. Rear is not so bad, but long story short, guys, I'm trying to convince myself to like the body kit, and that's not a good thing. I want to just look at the car like I look at this one, and I just love it. I just think the factory design is awesome. The only thing I do differently is change the front lip. So the bumper didn't have a lip, so I'm actually buying a 93 plus, a 93, 94, 95 front lip. That's what I'm going to put on with the factory bumper. And we're going back OEM. So tell me again, what do you guys think? But I think that decision is final. All we got to do is figure out the rest. So, going back to the red story, is it Ford red? Is it what I believe? This one has a roll, so I got to drop it right here. Is it supposedly super red? Is it Ferrari red? Or is it this red, which I kind of like, but whatever. I don't know, guys. I need a paint code. Give me some paint codes. Give me some options. Help me out here. Once you get the paint figured out, the car is going to come back. Like I said, it will go OEM, and then we're going straight into the 2GR swap. So we're investing the money in the paint. We're going to put the 2GR engine in, and that is going to be my number 1 and my number 2 MR2 here. The third one, I have no idea where that one will lead, but for now, we're going to get the 2GR done. Get it off that rack. If you are tuned in, I apologize. It's been a while, but the plan was never to abandon it. It was just finding the right car to put it in. And I wanted to put that engine in something that I was proud of, where it looked great. You know, it has some little bugs, the red car. You guys know Project Rustoration, but even a better story. You take it from nothing and you turn it into something really nice, which is the plan for this car. So stay tuned. More exciting stuff coming up. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope you guys stick with me and we continue to grow and build the channel and build more MR2s. Catch you on the next one.